And the one thing neat about being out here is the weather, as windy as it can be and as rough as it can be, you always have the opportunity to fish, and you'll always be blessed with good weather, it seems, over the course of a tournament.
The Missouri River is known for its good fishing and good boating. Many communities up and down the mighty Mo have jumped on the bandwagon of tourism opportunities created by this winding waterway. Akaska, South Dakota, just minutes from the nearest boat ramp, is not one of those communities.
Akaska, the city limit sign shows 52. Actually, it's about 30. But on weekends and Friday night and Saturday, it turns into about 200 to 250 because a lot of people from Aberdeen, Watertown, and the surrounding communities have cabins, mobile homes out here, and they come out on Friday night after work and they stay the weekend and fish.
Oh, I probably fish about 120 days a year on the water, so that's why I moved here.
As the sun sets on Oahe Lake, there is not a boat to be found at the Swan Creek State Recreational Area. Most of the anglers, they're back at camp. They're picking out their bait, tuning up their rods, and preparing for tomorrow's big event, which means in about 12 hours, this quiet, beautiful inlet located on the Missouri River will rock and roll.
The Missouri River system is an absolutely fantastic body of water to fish for walleyes because you can catch them so many different ways: trolling, live bait rigging, jig fishing, what have you. And if you ask a lot of the anglers, professional anglers that fish throughout the country, I guarantee you most of them would tell you the Missouri River system, whether it's South Dakota or North Dakota, would be right at their top of the list.
With the help of the Department of Tourism and the community of Akaska, the first annual South Dakota Walleye Classic was born. And with a new tournament came some new ideas.
We have 43 teams, 43 professionals, and we have 86 amateurs. And we're doing something a little different that's ever been done in the Pro-Am professional fishing tournament. We're putting 2 amateurs in a boat with a pro. That's random draw. That's a computer random draw, and we match the amateur and the pro with a different amateur and pro each day. And all the amateurs fish with a different amateur each day. So no one fishes with anybody 2 days in a row. They use the pro's boat. Everything is provided by the pro. The amateur brings his lunch, his drinks, and his rain suit.
It's the first time I fished a Pro-Am event with 2 co-anglers, but the biggest benefit was the fact that you could teach more than just one person about trolling and the different things that we're doing. And I had 6 great guys in the boat over the course of 3 days, and I think they learned a lot in regards to how I fish these systems, the trolling things that we did.
It worked out great because they had exactly twice as many co-anglers as they had pros, and they didn't have to send 43 people back home. They put them on the water, they got them fishing. I thought it was a great idea.
The professionals and amateurs came from all over the country to compete. Most, however, have fished these waters in different tournaments between Mobridge and Pierre. Jess Schilling is one of those professionals who knows these waters well. He was also a crowd favorite. That's because he's an Akaska local.
You know, there is a little nerves and everything going, and my brother, he was Rookie of the Year on the PWT, so it's someone to look up after and try to do a little better than him, and that's my goal, is always try to beat him. And I've done it twice now. I fished the PWT and took 16th in that this year, so it's going good. It's fun.
I'm looking for fish that are under 15 inches and fish that are over 20 inches. They're allowed 9 fish in the boat on this tournament. They're allowed, basically, they can have their 5 slot fish if they want for weigh. They can only weigh 2 fish over 20 inches. They're allowed to have 3 fish in the boat over 20 inches. It's their call of which 5 fish that I measure.
Purse with the 43 pros, the first place is $15,000, and then it goes down to 10 places for the pros. The amateurs, first prize is $3,500, pays down to 15 places.
I had actually had a very good tournament. I was very pleased with the fish I had. I had about 32 pounds of fish. It was a good tournament for me. The only thing I didn't have was those overs. I only had one fish over 20 inches. In an event like this where we could weigh 5, of which 2 fish could be over 20 inches, if you got that fish that was somewhere around 4, 5, 6 pounds, and there was even a couple of big 9-pounders that were weighed in, boy, you moved up the leaderboard, and you had to have those big weights to be in the top, and my hat's off to those guys that are sitting there.
It's great. It's great fun. I had a wonderful time fishing in the tournament and enjoy every minute of it.
Jess didn't walk away with the winning check. That went to Watertown native Lynn Jerns.
Thank you, Akaska. Really appreciate it.
However, the true winner of this tournament goes to the mighty town of Akaska. After 3 days of fishing and announcing the official winner, it's time to unwind with a little music from the Johnny Holmes Band.
Been a wonderful success, absolutely wonderful. They love the little town atmosphere. They love the friendliness of people, the helpful. I mean, people are just willing to help. This whole community has got behind this.
It's saying something for the town and what you can do for that weekend. It's not only a fishing tournament, it's a gathering of everybody and the people. And
Nope, there's number 2. How many fish you got in there? Your limit's only 5. He's got a whole basket full. Where's the game board? I think we're over our limit.
That boat right there was Nick Olson's boat that he used last year on the Pro Tour. Bought it cheap.
Last year it looked really clean. What'd you do to it?
We modified it quite a bit. I didn't like the way he had it set up.
Well, not a bad day. 37 pounds. You'll take it.
You know, you might want to know what kind of...
They exceeded my expectations, and like I said, I've had the opportunity to fish all over the country in championships and different celebrity events for a community of 59 people or so. They did an outstanding job.
It's absolutely amazing and pretty special to me to come to an event in Akaska, South Dakota, that absolutely supports the outdoors and competitive walleye fishing. If it wasn't for people like yourselves, communities like this would go away. And it's critically important that we support the companies that support fishing and hunting to make sure places like Akaska stay on the map forever. Thank you for having me here. It's been a wonderful time.
I am extremely proud of all of the people that have donated, the volunteers that have donated their time. If you didn't get a chance to see it this year, by all means, schedule it for next year.